Good morning. I am Coimbatore Tirumular Siddharpidam Sivaraja Yogi speaking. Now, Sikhs want a separate identity. For that only they are fighting for Khalistan in India. The separatist leaders are now mainly grouped in Canada. In other countries also they are available. They are fighting for Khalistan in India, but instead they can fight for a separate state called Khalistan in Canada. In Canada, government is very particular. The political leader is very particular about inducing violence and terrorism and giving pressure to have a Khalistan state in India. So instead of doing that, he can first give a separate state for these Sikhs in Canada. In Canada now, the Sikh population has risen up to 25%. So it is easy for him to give a Khalistan state first in Canada. Then he can direct the support to the Sikhs for having a separate state in India, separate country in India. India has been disintegrating after the British people. When the British ruled India, it had been Aganda Bharatam. Even Afghanistan had been part of India, and Sri Lanka had been part of India. And all these countries were separated by these British people for administrative convenience. Then after this independence, Pakistan, Bangladesh, all gone separate. So now they want to cut away the Sikh, that is Punjab, from India and make it a country. And the foreign, particularly Canada, is giving all support. So instead of doing this, first, if he is genuinely interested in the welfare of the Sikhs, he should give a separate state for Sikhs and name it as Khalistan State in Canada. That will be a positive step to give an identity for the Sikhs in Canada. So they will get an international identity and a state or for their own community. So this will be my suggestion for the Canada administration to give them all facilities, just inducing them just for votes, that is vote bank politics. Vote bank politics is in India, now it has entered into Canada also. For that purpose, he is doing politics and giving trouble to India should be condemned. It cannot be accepted because this is the largest democracy in the world, and now it is developing very fast. Moreover, Sikhism is not a separate religion. It is part of Hinduism only. Hindu Siddha, he is only Hindu Siddha. He formed a religion at that time to bridge a gap between Islam and Hinduism. At that time, the attack by Muslims and Hinduism had been on the high. To make a balance only, he brought about the religion Sikhism. These Hindu principles and the prayer method resembles Islamic techniques, etc. But now they think it is a separate religion. Not at all. Buddhism, Jainism, then Sikhism, they are all parts of the Hinduism. The founders of these religions are actually rebellious sons of Hinduism. Mahatma Gandhi names Buddha and Jain as the rebellious sons of Hinduism because they wanted a reformation, and they formed an identity, the ideology, and a school of thought separately, and it was named as Jainism after Jain, Buddhism after Buddha, and this Sikhism after this Guru Nanak. So Guru Nanak went all over India and got darshan of all temples, and he became a Siddha, and at that time he formed this religion. And his disappearance also is in the same way of Tamil Siddhas. So they like to have a separate identity, and they could not get in India, but they can easily get in Canada because the population is just, and they are allowing these all rights there. And instead of misusing this, they can get a separate state first and then separate country later. The Sikh brothers should do this for their own benefit and the benefit of India. Thank you.